Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to today's Babul storytelling show. I see lots of new participants, lots of new faces, lots of new names. Welcome to this story session. We have an active WhatsApp group, so if you can kindly write your numbers with your mom's name or maybe your name on the comments on the chat, so I can add you to the groups. And inshallah, you will send in your pictures and you can get all the updates for these sessions. So with activities that we do at the end of the session, you send them on the group and we'll show you a video of your activity on the next session. So today I would like to wish you a Kushali Mubarak. So we are celebrating the Kushali of two special personalities today. We are first going to start with our dua, all right? So we can have our dua, hands up everyone. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So what are we telling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dua? We're telling Allah to increase our knowledge and to bring us light, bring us into the light from the darkness. And we're telling Allah to help us remember whatever we are learning in this session today. Next, we're going to do the ayahs from the Quran, all right? So we all know there's lots of ayahs in the Quran. They teach us lots of stories. They teach us lots of akhlaq, good things, all right? So we're going to learn two new ayahs today, and we're going to learn them with their translation. So I'm going to screenshot that with you, and we will recite them together. The first ayah is, so the first ayah is, وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Can you say that loud for me? Recite that after me, please. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Well done. Now, what does this mean? This means we should help each other to do good deeds. Yeah? Doing good deeds is a very good thing. It brings us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and makes Allah very happy. So this says, وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Once again, everyone, I need to hear you nice and loud.
وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى.
So we know this means to help one another to do good deeds. The next ayah for today will be أَلَمْ يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ يَرَى. Does one not know that Allah is always watching him? So whatever we do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of what we do wherever we are. Can we hide from Allah?
No.
We can never hide from Allah. What if we go into our cupboard and do something we didn't want Allah to see us? Would that work?
No.
So Allah can see us everywhere. If we are hiding in the cupboard, or we're hiding under our sheets on our bed, or we're hiding under the table. Is there anywhere we can hide? No. So Allah tells us in the Quran, do you not know that Allah is watching us? What does that mean? That makes us realize whatever we are doing, we should have Allah in our minds. We should have Allah in our thoughts, in our minds, and always in our heart. Well done. Now, next, we are going to recite the months of the year for young. Who knows what month we are on?
Shabaan.
Yes, so we're going to recite the months of the Islamic months of the year. All of us together, I can't hear you. Start again.
Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awwal, Rabiul Thani. These are the months of Islam. Jamadil Ula, Jamadil Ukhra, Rajab and Shaban. Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan and Shawwal. Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah. These are the months of Islam.
Lovely. Well done. Ahsantum. Alright, so we are in the month of Shabaan. And the month of Shabaan has so many kushalis. And do you know that the month of Shabaan has no wafat? Okay? Nobody has passed away. All our personalities, so there's 3 or 4 kushalis, and all of them have been born in this month. And there's no wafat in this month. So it's very happy month. Another thing, this month is a preparation for the month of Ramadan. What comes after Shaban?
Ramadan.
Yes.
Ramadan.
The month of Shaban comes after the month of Ramadan. And for Ramadan, we have to make sure that we make ourselves ready for this month, right? Because this month is full of goodness. It's a month of people. We have to help people. We have to give sadaqah. We have to do good deeds. All right? And we are preparing ourselves for the month of Ramadan in this month. What's another thing we do in month of Ramadan?
Fast.
We do fast, yeah, we do rosa, we fast. And we are going to try and fast, even if it's half a fast, because all of you are little. So you can try to do half fast. So the month of Shaban is a very good time. We can start preparing and helping keep getting ready for the month of Ramadan. Next, I'm going to show you the the pictures from last week's activity. Enjoy the video. Watch out for your picture.
شعبان التالي هل على الشيعات للمهدي جينا نجدد البيعات شعبان التالي هل على الشيعات للمهدي جينا نجدد البيعات يوم 3 من شعبان ابو الرحمة بمولد امام حسين ابو اليمة يوم 3 من شعبان ابو الرحمة بمولد امام حسين ابو اليمة محلى الناس كلها اليوم ملتمة.
Lovely. So did you see the students how they made those spots? So that was the activity we did last week. If you're new on this show, okay? And the ones who did their activity and sent their pictures in, well done. Some of those plants have already sprouted, isn't it? And we sprouted. We said that we're going to recite the zikr of Allah. We're going to do Allah Akbar or Subhanallah or any zikrs that you like, whichever is your favorite. You can even recite a surah on it, right? Or say Bismillah. And the ones that have sprouted, well done. If not, that's fine. You still continue reciting the zikr, and inshallah, they might sprout. All right. We are now going to share a video of the qasidas that have been sent to me by a few of the participants. All right. Let's listen to how beautiful they recite.
करीम करबला मौला मौला सुनो मेरी सदा मौला मौला बुला लो करबला मौला मौला करीम करबला मौला मौला सुनो मेरी सदा मौला मौला बुला लो करबला मौला मौला कसम अल्लाह की मौला तेरा दरबार है जन्नत तेरी जन्नत में हो जाए मेरे मौला मेरी शिरकत जहाँ इंसानियत सबके दिलों में आप बागे है करो मैं भी वहाँ जाकर तेरे दुआर फी खदमत इजाजत हो अगर मौला मौला करो पैदल सफर मौला मौला नजफ से करबला मौला मौला करीम छोटी सी जाकिर हो, हरम में बैत करते रहे, तुझे दोहा सुनाने को बहुत बेचैन हो मौला। सुधा दो अब मुझे मौला मौला, बुला लो अब मुझे मौला मौला, कहाँ ये दिल मेरा मौला मौला। करीम करबला मौला मौला, सुनो मेरी सदा मौला मौला, बुला लो करबला मौला मौला। Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajir farajana. Jana sana urbana, sayyid la jana jana. Sana urbana, sayyid la jana jana. दिल भी तो बुमदे चाशनी तरस और बुमदे उमदे मोहे लश्कर बुमदे लश्कर मिष्टी पूशा दीन ज़नाये अरबाब शामी खूनाम नुए बराये अरबाब जानहा sana gurbana, sayyid la jana jana. Sana gurbana, sayyid la jana jana. दिल में दाबे तेरे दादोरे दर्दे सफरे, ये फानीस का ये शब्बाल जियोलात पे पड़े, قائلا میمینم شام شمی خونم نوی برای ارباب جان آقا انا قربان آقا سید لا جان آقا جان آقا سنا قربان آقا سید لا جان آقا جان آقا صلوات Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
That was beautiful. MashaAllah, you both did a great job. I'm so happy when you're active on the group and you're ready to share your activity or your qasidas or your pictures with your friends. It makes me so happy. And I really I'm thankful to your parents who took the time out from their day and recorded your qasidas, your videos, and sent them over. That's really great for you. So alhamdulillah, you guys have recited very well. The first video was of two sisters from Dubai, Hora and Zahra. Well done, Hora and Zahra. You recited really beautifully. And Shahir, you recited really well. Wow, you know Farsi. That's so nice. I love your Farsi accent, mashallah. Keep it up, okay? Inshallah. Okay, so first we are going to, I'm not sure if I greeted you. I did greet all of you already, right? Inshallah Mubarak again. We're going to start our session of Imam Hussein first by reading a story. All right, so this is the story of Imam Hussein by Al-Qisa Kids. And the story's name is Blessed Names. Why was he called Hussein? So it was a very happy and joyous day in the blessed house of Imam Ali alayhi salam. You see, his wife Bibi Fatima had just given birth to another beautiful son. The entire city of Medina was filled with happiness, and the moon seemed to be shining especially bright that night. It was as if the animals and trees were also smiling. When Prophet Muhammad arrived at the house of his daughter Sayyidah Fatima, Asma presented the newborn baby to the Prophet. Can you see the picture of the newborn baby?
Yeah.
So that's Asma, Bibi Fatima's helper. She's holding the baby and she brought the baby to the Holy Prophet. Oh, how happy he felt as he cradled his beautiful grandson, lovingly kissed his forehead and thanked Allah for this blessing. Prophet Muhammad asked Imam Ali, "Oh son, have you given the beautiful baby a name yet? So Imam Ali respectfully replied, "O Rasulullah, I could never make such an important decision without asking you first." So Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, "I could never make such a decision without asking Allah first." Just then, guess who came down from the heavens?
Angel Jibreel.
Yes, Angel Jibreel came down and said, "Assalamu alaikum. Congratulations on your second grandson." Wait a minute, second grandson. Who was the first grandson?
Imam Hassan.
Yes, it was Imam Hassan alayhi salam. So this, Allah had sent special news for a name for this son. Prophet Harun was very special to his brother. Prophet Musa, just like Imam Ali, is very special to you, he said. This is why Allah would like to name this boy Shubair, after the youngest child of the Prophet Harun. So Prophet asked, what is the name, Arabic name for Jubair? So Angel Jibreel smiled and replied, Hussein. The Prophet was very happy when he heard this name. He immediately recited Adhan in the right ear of the baby and Iqama in the left ear. He then arranged for a beautiful goat to be sacrificed to feed everybody, other people, especially the poor, and for baby Hussein's hair to be shaved. So this is what we do when a baby is born. We slaughter a sheep or a goat, and then we do an akika of the baby after 7 days. So this is a tradition that the prophets also used to do, and the imams. The Prophet weighed the hair of the baby and gave the amount of the weight in silver as charity. Lastly, the Prophet placed a small amount of perfume on the baby's head and hugged it close to his chest. Angel Jibreel had one important news for the Prophet. However, it wasn't a happy one, it was a sad one. Angel Jibreel told the Prophet that this sweet-born baby would one day be martyred by the oppressors of his time. With a wave of his arm, he showed the Prophet the exact place where Imam Hussein will be martyred. Upon hearing this, tears began to stream down the Prophet's face. So all of you know, right? Imam Hussein was martyred in Karbala. So they knew that, yeah, he was told initially. Confused, Asma said to the Prophet, "O Rasulullah, may my father and my mother be sacrificed for you. Why are you all crying on this beautiful son, on the birth of this beautiful grandson?" The Prophet began to cry even more, and he answered, "I'm crying for my grandson because one day he will be brutally martyred by the oppressors as he saves Islam." After hearing this, everyone became very sad. But they all tried to hold back their tears in hopes that they could still enjoy the birth of their baby Hussein. Just like Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein's name also means goodness or a good doer. Have you heard of the story of how baby Imam Hussein feed angels fitras? Let me tell you the story. A long time ago, there was an angel named Fitrus who had been sent away from Allah's throne because he wanted to live with the humans. However, he soon began to miss being with the angels near Allah's throne, and he wanted to just run away to a faraway island. On this special day, Imam Hussein was born. Fitrus saw many angels coming down to earth, and he got curious. He asked, "What has happened? Where are all of these angels going?" Angel Jibreel shared good news. "Allah has given the Prophet another grandson," he said. "Allah loves this child so much that he has sent us all to go and congratulate the Holy Prophet." Upon hearing this, Fitrus begged and begged, "Please, please, please take me with you. Maybe for the sake of Imam Hussein, the Prophet will pray for me and Allah will allow me to come back." Angel Jibreel agreed, and the angels continued along their way, taking Fitrus with them. Now, as they entered the house of Imam Ali, can you see all the angels? So they entered the house of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, so can you just redo it? We see the angels. We do it. Okay, As the angels entered the house of Imam Ali, they greeted the Prophet and they congratulated him on the birth of the new grandson. The Prophet thanked him for the good wishes. Angel Jibreel then introduced Fitrus to the Prophet. "O Rasulullah, this angel left the throne of Allah and has been stranded on an island. He would like you to pray for him, that Allah may allow you to come back with us." The Prophet looked at Fitrus and smiled. "Rub yourself against the cradle of baby Hussein," he said. All the other angels watched attentively, and Fitrus came forward, gently rubbed himself as on the cradle. Suddenly, Fitrus grasped. His angelic light had returned. This meant Allah had taken him back. But that's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed. All right. I hope you enjoyed that story. Stop speaking. We are now ready to watch a video of long, long ago. Sorry about that. Okay, are you ready to? We're going to now next watch a video of long, long time ago. There was a teacher who was a friend of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. When he was very young, it's how he spent his time with Imam Hussein, all right? So I'm going to show you the story. Enjoy.
The children quietly waited in the classroom, dressed neatly and ready for Quran class to begin. One student whispered to another, "I'm sure our teacher has met the Prophet of Allah." The other replied, "Oh yes, he must have." Another child said, "My father says that he was playmates with Imam Hussein when he was young." The first child chimed in again and said, "So he must have seen the Prophet of Allah." The door creaked open slowly, and the children quickly scrambled to sit in their assigned seats. Abu Rafi peered inside and then leaned against the door as he slowly took off his slippers. As he entered the classroom, the rusty door hinges creaked loudly. The students quickly stood up and respectfully greeted their teacher. "Salamun alaikum." Abu Rafi smiled and replied, "Wa alaikum salam." Abu Rafi walked towards his desk and sat down. Out of respect, the children waited for him to sit first, and then they sat. He began taking attendance by asking for each child's name. As he came upon one child, he asked, "What is your name, my dear son?" The young child answered, "My name is Hussein." Abu Rafi paused and smiled while he gently whispered to himself, "Hussein, oh Hussein." As he was about to move on to the next child, he heard a quiet voice. "Oh teacher, is it true that you met Rasulullah and you played with Imam Hussein?" Abu Rafi smiled and replied, Yes, my dear son. I was Imam Hussein's playmate. We were the exact same age." The sunlight peered through the window, and through the shimmer of the light, you could see Abu Rafi's eyes twinkle as tears began to well up inside. Tears began trickling down his cheeks. Wiping them, he continued, "He was the best of playmates." One child asked kindly, "Oh teacher, can you please tell us the story of your time with Imam Hussein?" Abu Rafi did not hear though, as he was deep in his thoughts, still wiping away the tears from his cheeks. Again, another child asked sweetly, "Can you please tell us the story of Imam Hussein?" Abu Rafi looked up and placed the Quran on his lap. As he looked back at the children, he smiled and asked, "What would you like me to tell you about Imam Hussein's childhood?" One child said, "Tell us about the games you used to play." Abu Rafi laughed softly. "You want to know about our games?" He swallowed hard and continued, "While I was growing up, I would love playing with him. One of the games we would play was digging holes. After digging a hole, we would take some rocks and try to throw them in the hole. If you missed the hole, the next person had to try to hit your rock with his rock. If you were able to hit the other person's rock, they would have to give you a piggyback ride. Imam Hussein was very good at this game, but his voice trailed off as he chuckled. The children excitedly asked, "But what? But what?" Abu Rafi looked playfully at the children and said, "You see, Imam Hussein was very intelligent, and he played this game very well. I would always see him playing and riding on the shoulders of his grandfather, Rasulullah. The Prophet would walk proudly with Imam Hussein on his back. When Imam Hussein would see me, he would wave happily at me." One of the children begged, "Please continue." Abu Rafi again playfully teased the children. "You really want to know?" All the kids shouted in unison, "Yes, teacher." He continued, "Imam Hussein was very good at games, but he would also jokingly. Many times, while we were playing the game of stones, my rock would hit his rock, and he would have to give me a piggyback ride, but he would jokingly tease me. Do you really want to ride on the shoulders of someone who is ridden on the shoulders of Rasulullah? I would say, no, of course not. You're the grandson of Rasulullah. Then, when he would hit my stone, he would say, it's my time to ride on your shoulders. I would reply, really, but you didn't give me a ride. Imam Hussein would smile at me and tease, but don't you want to give a piggyback ride to someone who would ride on the shoulders of Rasulullah? I would realize what an honor that was and smile as Imam Hussein would ride on my shoulders. You might be wondering how I managed to carry Imam Hussein on my shoulders. Well, that's the miracle. He paused. Maybe I'll continue this tomorrow. The students begged, no, please continue. Abu Rafi smiled and continued. You see, when Imam Hussein climbed onto my shoulders, he was almost weightless. It felt like there was nothing on my shoulders. And in return, Imam Hussein would hug me and show kindness to me. This happened many times, and to this day, it is one of my favorite childhood memories. The children all giggled at the story. The sunlight from the morning was now shining brightly through the window and upon the classroom. Abu Rafi again looked towards the children and picked up the Quran from his lap and said, all right, children, it is time to begin our Quran class.
Wow, what a nice story, wasn't that? So how lucky that Abu Rafi, the teacher, was able to spend his childhood with the Imam of the time. How special is that? But it also makes us realize that Imams was playing like they were little children and they used to play like normal. They should be our role models, inshallah, right? So are we ready to hear about somebody else, the next personality we're talking about? So we talked about Imam Hussein. There's somebody else we're talking about today. Who can guess?
Hazrat Abbas?
Yes, so the next we're going to be talking about Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam. Alright, so there goes we, inshallah. We will learn about a little bit about Hazrat Abbas. So first of all, happy birthday to Hazrat Abbas. When Imam Ali alayhi salam lost his wife, Bibi Fatima, the daughter of the Holy Prophet, Imam Ali married a pious lady from a courageous family. She is the mother of Hazrat Abbas and 3 other sons. Hence, she was called Ummul Baneen, the mother of sons. Hazrat Abbas was born in Medina on 4th of Shabaan. Imam Ali knew that this baby would be one of the heroes of Karbala, and he named him Abbas. Abbas was very brave and courageous. He had many titles. One of them was Kamre Bani Hashim. Do you know what this means? So, Kamre Bani Hashim means the moon of the Hashimites. And he was called this because he brought brightness to his family. And the Hashim was his family. And he also brought brightness to Islam. Hazrat Abbas was very learned and pious. And he loved Allah very much. He worshipped Allah in the nights and loved to help the poor and the needy. After his father passed away, Hazrat Abbas was very close to his two brothers, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. Hazrat Abbas joined Imam Hussein from Medina to Makkah, and they eventually reached a place called Karbala. This is how they used to travel in the olden days. Can you see how they used to travel? On camelbacks, right? And they used to travel on animals, and used to take a very long time to reach to any place. In Karbala, Hazrat Abbas wasn't just the flag bearer. So we know Hazrat Abbas was the flag bearer. He was the alamdar. But what else was he? Who knows what else he was? What was he very important for? What are the children calling him? Yeah, they wanted him. He was in charge of bringing water for the children. All the children of the camp loved Abbas very dearly. At the end, Imam Hussein gave him the permission to get water from the river. And unfortunately, he lost his life. Now, we remember Hazrat Abbas for his bravery, for his strength, for his dedication to the Imam. He is our alamdar. Can we have a labbaik? So we do labbaik ya Abbas. All together?
Labbaik ya Abbas.
All right, well done. Are we ready to hear the other videos that we have been sent by two more participants? So these two qasidas are about Hazrat Abbas. I'm going to share that with you. Listen carefully, enjoy the video.
Be careful, little hand, what you do. Be careful, little hand, what you do. My Mawla Abbas, he used his hands for good. So be careful, little hand, what you do. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. My Mawla Abbas, he lowered his gaze. So be careful, little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. My Mawla Abbas, he listened to Quran. So be careful, little ears, what you hear. Be careful, little feet, where you walk. Be careful, little feet, where you walk. My Mawla Abbas, he walked on Zirat. So be careful, little feet, where you walk. Ya Hazrat Abbas, Ya Hazrat Abbas, रोजे पे बुला लो, बहुत दूर हम तुमसे, रोजे पे बुला लो. या हज़रत अब्बास, रोजे पे बुला लो, बहुत दूर हम तुमसे, रोजे पे बुला लो. शिकवा भी तुम्हीं से, शिकायत भी तुम्हीं से, हर बात में कह सकता नहीं मौला किसी से, नहीं मौला किसी से. एक बार तो रोजे पिला लीजिए आका, दिल गम से भरा है, तुम्हें आकर मैं सुनाऊं. या हज़रत अब्बास, या हज़रत अब्बास, रोजे पे बुलाओ, बहुत दूर हम तुमसे, रोजे पे बुलाओ.
Wow, that was beautifully recited, wasn't it? Ruqayya, the poem was expressed very well. And I love the wordings, mashallah. And Muhammad Mahir, you recite the qasida really, really nicely. I love your confidence. So may Hazrat Abbas call us for ziyarat to Karbala, inshallah. I hope you all enjoyed the Kushali session today. And we're almost there for ready for our activity. But I wanted to let you know that you can put your number on the chat, and inshallah I'll add you on the group, and you can send in your pictures of your activities that you do today, and we will share them on the next week's show. Thank you for attending. I'm just gonna hand it over to Miriha. You can do your activity with her. Enjoy your activity.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. Today we are going to be making these hearts about what we learned from these two role models. So let's get started. For this activity, you will need a gray hard card paper, a green, and another color. You'll need some tape, an eraser, and some string. Okay, so the first step is to take your card and draw a heart. To make it easier, you can fold it in half, and then you can get one big heart. Okay, so once you have drawn the heart, now cut around it, and scissors are sharp, so you can ask an adult to help you. Okay, so once you cut your heart, it should look like this. And now we can move on to the next step. So the next step, we will need 4 green hearts from the green paper or any other color you want to use. The green ones can be a little bit smaller than the other ones, so it looks better. You've already cut one heart, you can take it and trace over it with a pen and just put it like this and trace over it so you can get one more and cut it. Okay, so once you have all of your 5 hearts, we can move on to the next step. So you see I have 4 small hearts and 1 big heart. Okay, so is everybody ready cutting all of their 5 hearts? And give me a thumbs up so we can move on to the next step. So I think everybody is ready and we can move on to the next step, or let's give 2 more minutes. Okay, so for the next step, we are going to be writing on our hearts. On the big heart, we are going to write, I will be like my Aimma. If you don't know how to write, you can ask an adult to help you. Okay, on the next heart, we are going to write, on the next heart, we are going to write, we will be kind and fair. Let me just show you the spelling. On the next heart, we are going to write, we will be truthful. You know, Hazrat Abbas and Muhammad Hussain were always truthful. So here's a spelling for that. On our third heart, we are going to write, we will always pray on time. Because we know Hazrat Abbas and Muhammad Hussain used to always pray on time. don't know how to write, you could always ask an adult to help you write. There's a spelling for that. Okay, so for the last heart, we are going to write. We will recite Quran because Hazrat Abbas and Imam Hussein used to recite Quran every day, and we will try doing that too. Recite. Okay, so the first one was, I will be like my Aima. And then we had, be kind and fair. We will be truthful. We'll, we'll pray on time. And the last one was, we'll recite Quran. You could write anything that you think that you learned from Hazrat Abbas and Imam Hussein. It doesn't have to be only these, because there's so many things that we can learn from these two personalities. So yeah, the next step is you're going to take your string and stick it at the back of your big heart. Put it here, and then I'm gonna take some tape and just stick it. Make sure it's stuck there nicely. And then when you turn it around, you can have the string here. Okay, and then you want to take the next one, turn it around, and put it like this, and then tape it. So far, this is what it looks like. Okay, next, you want to continue doing this until you have stuck all of your hearts. And then we have this. And now, you want to take a scissor and cut the end. Then after you've done that, you want to cut a little bit more, just like a small piece, but not that small. It should be about this leg. And then you want to fold it so that the ends meet like this. Now we have two ends and like a loop. We need this loop. And then you want to take it and stick it at the back of the big heart. This will help if you want to hang this up, to always remember to follow your role models, Imam Hussein and Hazrat Abbas. And now you can hang it up. Okay, so make sure to send in your activities and we'll see everyone next week. That is.